2018 Master of Science Programs Convocation with the McCombs School of Business at the University of Texas at Austin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Texas McCombs Master of Science Programs Class of 2018. You may be seated. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2018. I would like to offer a special welcome to family and friends of the graduating class who have come from all over the world to celebrate such a momentous occasion. You all have accomplished so much over the last 10 months. You started your degree programs together in July of last year and have gained incredible knowledge, preparing you for the next important phase of your life. I would like to acknowledge the extraordinary team that has made these programs a great success this past year. Renee DeLota, Krista Carver, Scott Lager, Erica Sauter, Brianna Weiland, Allison Wilden, Casey Knipe, and Rose Ramirez. Their energy, passion, and commitment are unmatched. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge all of our guests here today. You have all supported your graduates through a demanding program, and we are excited to get to celebrate their accomplishments of the past year with you here today. These MS programs are on the cutting edge of higher education. With the deep dives into important aspects of business, we are preparing business leaders to represent McCombs in a variety of areas, and we look forward to seeing what all of our graduates do with these degrees in the future. We wouldn't be able to stay on the forefront of these business subjects without the work of the amazing faculty members across the campus who are a part of these programs. The faculty make a huge difference in the student learning experience, and we are fortunate to have them. Please join me in thanking our esteemed faculty. I would also like to thank our advisory councils. Each program has put together an outstanding group of supporters of the programs, and they have remained engaged in the success of all of our students. Thank you to those council members that remain steadfast supporters of our McCombs initiatives. Let me also take this opportunity to thank our dean, Jay Hartzell, who was there at the beginning when he developed the MS Finance program. We thank you for your continued support of our programs, as well as the chairs of our departments, Wayne Hoyer, Bob Perino, and Steve Gilbert. They have all been actively involved in the success of these programs. To our students, you are all an extension of our programs, and the success of them is reinforced by your success. We are so incredibly proud of you, and we look forward to see the amazing impact you make in the world. We hope all the students graduating today stay connected and stay in touch with the programs as you continue to grow. Good luck as you commence on the next phase of your journey.
Today it's my privilege to introduce the Dean of the McCombs Business School, Jay Hartzell. And as mentioned before, he's always been a great supporter of these programs and of our faculty. Jay Hartzell is the 12th Dean of the McCombs School of Business at the University of Texas at Austin, one of the largest and most distinguished business schools in the country. He joined UT in 2001 after teaching at New York University's Stern School of Business, and prior to his current role, he held several key administrative roles at the McCombs School. His most notable positions include his service as the Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs, Chair of the Finance Department, and Executive Director of the McCombs School Real Estate Finance and Investment Center. Dr. Hartzell holds the Centennial Chair in Business Education Leadership and the Trammell Crow Regents Professorship in Business. He holds a BS in Business Administration and Economics, cum laude, from Trinity University, and a PhD in Finance from the University of Texas at Austin. His research focuses on real estate finance, and corporate governance. His articles have been published in leading journals in the field, including the Journal of Finance, Journal of Financial Economics, Real Estate Economics, and the Review of Financial Studies. Dr. Hartzell serves as on the editorial board of Real Estate Economics, and he served as the associate editor of the Review of Financial Studies and as a member of the board of directors of the American Real Estate and Urban Economics Association. In addition to his academic experience, Dr. Hartzell previously worked as a consultant with Hewitt Associates. We turn today's program over to him for the introduction of our commencement speaker. Dr. Hartzell.
Thanks a lot, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here. I apologize to all of you that he got the long version of the bio. Here's Jay, would have been enough, but I appreciate it. It's a real pleasure to be here, and before I go on, let me just sort of say these programs are near and dear to my heart. I had the privilege of being the chair of the finance department when we got one of them started, and I really, it's a joy to come today and see what has become of these, largely because of the work of our leadership and our faculty and our staff. So thank you all, and congratulations to all of our graduates. So as Dean of the McCombs School of Business, it's my honor and pleasure to join you, the parents, relatives, and friends of the MS Programs Class of 2018 for this momentous occasion where we get to celebrate commencement. Graduation is an exciting time. It represents the end of one journey and the beginning of new challenges and opportunities. Graduates, you've earned this day and should be proud of all your hard work. As you know, graduate school is a rewarding but vigorous journey. Knowing the intensity of these particular programs, I would say this journey is especially vigorous. These programs require a little bit of the proverbial drinking from the fire hose mentality, but graduates, I'd encourage you to pause today and in the days to come and just take a moment to think about how you've changed over the last year or so. During your academic pursuits, you've gained an important amount of knowledge, you've formed strong bonds with your classmates, you've built trust across different personalities, and you've extended your alumni network for years to come. I was just talking with our commencement speaker, Ed Tonkon, about our network, and it was previously announced that the McCombs network of alumni is about 97,000 strong. I think after this weekend, it may get close to about 100,000. So congratulations to all of you in getting to join that network. Graduates, you've brought your passion to your education, a passion combined with both knowledge and skills you've acquired. We know these will translate into success in your careers and future. Today is a time to celebrate all that you've accomplished and also look forward to all that you will become. As you make your way, we hope you will build upon that trust, value your networks, and reinvest the passion through your continued involvement in us at the McCombs School. We want to see you again over and over, at least most of you. So please join the alumni network, accept a committee placement, serve on one of these boards, perhaps even at one of these programs, give your time, and at some point, please bring your donations to help the future students in these programs. I mentioned before, but one of the greatest assets of our school and our university as a whole is our alumni network. By continuing to invest in your network and the school and the university more broadly, you're actually increasing the value of your own degrees and your own experiences. So this afternoon, we're honored to award you a master's degree from the University of Texas at Austin. And as you begin your lives beyond the 40 acres, we couldn't be more proud to call you alumni of the McCombs School of Business and the University of Texas at Austin. How about a round of applause? Congratulations. Before turning over to our commencement speaker for the day, I also want to take the time to say my own little bit of thanks. As I mentioned before, these programs don't just sort of happen. They the result of a lot of talent and a lot of hard work. We have some outstanding leaders for these programs, and they spend countless, often thankless hours. And when I say thankless, that doesn't mean it's time to ask for a raise, but they spend countless and thankless hours toiling away and maximizing these things. So to Jade, to Joe, and to Mike, thank you for all you do on behalf of the students, on the staff, and your colleagues on the faculty. Have a round of applause for them. Thank you. And Jade mentioned it, but I do want to mention the staff. The staff is often, in many ways, an unsung hero to me on the faculty, and I know you as students get to see their hard work and their dedication. So to Renee and to all of the master's team, thank you all very much for all you've done for these programs. So with that, it's my privilege to introduce our keynote speaker. Earlier, I talked a little bit about trying to stay involved and giving back with your time and your talent to the school and the university. And our commencement speaker today, Ed Tonkon, is just a shining example of that. He's a valued partner and continually demonstrates a deep commitment to the McCombs School. Ed Tonkon is a third-generation Longhorn. He earned a Bachelor's of Business Administration degree in finance at the McCombs School of Business 40 years ago this month. They put this in here. I don't know if that was okay to disclose. He was 10 at the time. That's in here too. Ed has been a champion of the McCombs School of Business and has continued to invest his time to improve opportunities for students. He serves on the MSBA Advisory Council and on the University of Texas Systems Chancellor Council Executive Committee. Ed is currently president of Zebra Retail Solutions, a subsidiary of Zebra Technologies, a $4 billion NASDAQ-listed publicly traded company. Ed has over 25 years of senior executive leadership experience in corporate environments of retail and business-to-business outsourcing. With that, let me turn it over to Ed and say thank you very much.
Jay, thank you so much. This is a moment that I deeply wish my parents could have been here to share with me. My father would have enjoyed what you so generously said, and my mother would have believed it. Now, that was actually a quote from LBJ at the commencement address he gave in May of 1965, but at Baylor University. And I get to give mine at the McCombs School of Business Masters of Science commencement. I'm so honored and excited, and I'm going to go off script just for a minute because we had a little session backstage and get prepared for this. And I've had the privilege of working and knowing the directors, obviously Dean Hartzell, and they have done just such a fabulous job to make the prestige and value of my degree grow so much over time. You should be so honored that you've been part of this for your year here. And I'm so excited to be here. It's so much of a special occasion for all of you. And to the respective department chairs, the distinguished faculty, parents, grandparents, special guests, and the graduating class of 2018, congratulations. Bud Hi Ho, Gong Si, you made it. In fact, many of you graduating today first set foot on U.S. soil here in Austin, destined for the University of Texas, where y'all was not your language of origin. Today, you honor us in the bold decision that you made to come and study here. And we proudly welcome you forevermore, a McCombs alum. In preparing for what I wanted to talk to you about today, I thought about a couple of things. First of all, how incredibly exciting and fortunate you are to be exactly where you are today in this moment of time, and some advice that I hope will be helpful to you. I thought a good approach might be from the perspective of projecting ahead, let's say 40 years from now, because it just so happens that exactly 40 years ago this month, I graduated from this business school when I was 10. A lot of it looks the same. Is that BEB, as we called the business school back then, those steps, I had 4 friends hand out my campaign brochures when I was running to be elected to the Student Senate. And one of those 4 is with me today, my wife, Jamie, Bachelor of Science, Education. I'll leave out the year. I'm also proud that while my dad is at home in Dallas today, he too is a graduate of the same business school, class of 1950, 68 years ago this month. Now, while a great deal has changed and progressed, those same steps at that business school are identical and represent the same foundation of strength, character, and a stairway to tremendous opportunities that all of you are about to endeavor. Now, the year I graduated, our football team went undefeated, but a loss in the Cotton Bowl cost us a national championship. The year you're graduating, your Quidditch team was runner-up for the national championship. For parents and grandparents, that's a make-up-believe game in Harry Potter, but it's for real. And that's a true story. But before I go out 40 years, let's consider today. And I am not here to set your minds at ease that it's going to be an easy path, or well-defined for that matter. But I will tell you to embrace every minute of it, especially the wrong moves, the failures, because those are where your greatest lessons will be learned and your strength of character will be developed. So let me add a quote. It is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously you might not have not lived at all, in which case you fail by default. J.K. Rowling. I believe you read some of her books growing up. Now, all of you are certainly going to be walking into a very different world than I did in 1978. But you're walking out to an economy that is at a 20-year best in job opportunities due to the lowest unemployment rate in 17 years. Today, you graduate from the elite program in the state that leads the nation in new job creation. If you choose to stay here in Texas, you'll be part of an economy, if it was on its own, is larger than Canada. In just a few past years, amazing changes happen. Some of you are going to work for one of the 16 unicorn companies with a valuation of at least $1 billion that were not even in existence 5 years ago, just about the time you started college. A world where Uber is worth more than FedEx, Tesla more than Ford, Airbnb more than Marriott and Hilton, and WeWork more than the largest 2 commercial real estate companies in the country. And when the value proposition of a higher education has come under question more than ever before, you not only stayed the course, you doubled down on an even higher path of education. When all industries today are reimagining themselves due to technology disruption, you've prepared yourselves in those very technological business skills that are challenging the status quo. Now, over on the other side of campus sits a replica of Santa Rita No. 1, a well that hit in 1923 and started the West Texas oil boom. That started there and changed the world. A booming oil industry grew up, and also our world of the University of Texas. That oil became the fuel of funding that launched this great institute of learning. Today, you stand on what many have deemed to be the new oil, data. You are the new wildcatters, mining the enormous flow of data and enriching knowledge to change companies and potentially lives. Every industry is being affected by this data phenomenon, even more so than the discovery of those fossil fuels in West Texas almost 100 years ago. And you stand as pioneers on the forefront of this discovery. You are at a very special moment in time, equipped with unique skills and knowledge. So, now let's, as I alluded to, jump ahead. It's May 2058, 40 years from today, and you are standing up here, giving the commencement speech to the class of 2058. And as you reflect on the past decades, your life lessons might include these. First of all, you've endured 40 years of living, so you've taken great care of yourself. You regularly exercised, paid attention to a healthy diet, did not smoke, and applied sunscreen. You took early career advice from one of the many mentors throughout your career to broaden yourself outside of the functional area you started in. You made yourself more valuable to your company and built up your skill set. When passed over for that promotion, you kept your chin up and especially your attitude, because you learned from it and you shored up those other skills so that when that opportunity came around again, you were even better prepared for success. You discovered what you were really good at, and that's what you pursued. And because you were so good at it, it showed in the attitude and enthusiasm you demonstrated in your job, to your team, to your customers, and your stakeholders. And you took on the challenging opportunities, not the easy ones. So you moved your family around. Those are the places that were lonely at times, unfamiliar accents, bitter cold winters, but those were the places that forged your strengths, tested by the toughest assignments, where you ended up accomplishing the most. You set high expectations for you and your teams because you had a high homage to represent. What starts here changes the world, and you believed you could. Whatever brand you associated with, the one enduring and most important was your own integrity. At a point in your life, you began focusing away from building your resume to building your legacy, what you will leave here. And you prepared for your commencement speech. You recognized that today was not about you, but it was about those that will walk these same 40 acres. So you established a lifelong relationship with the institution you will have an attachment with, no matter where your career goes or wherever in the world you will live, and something that you can give back to. You chose to purposefully start doing this here at this university in the McCombs School of Business, engaging with students, faculty, and alumni, and integrated this with your business. You helped promote thought leadership with academia in your industry. You leveraged the enormous talent that the McCombs students have with several of the Masters of Science programs. You stood proud as you watched students present their capstone projects at industry conferences. Recruited top students, served on advisory councils that included building important and incredibly fun relationships. You became a mentor and leveraged other distinguished mentors to become mentors as well. But more than anything you did, this was simply about giving back. You let them know they bear the responsibility of being the future and therefore have the expectation of providing others to have an even better future. And that's all about giving back, being human-centered and future-focused. Well, 40 years from now, as we were talking, weather patterns or global warming will undoubtedly wipe out some species of animals. However, the species known for its intelligence, ability to survive with high stress, and drought tolerance upon open ranges, the reliable, sturdy longhorn has proliferated throughout the world, not in need of endangered species protection. Today, as you commence upon your careers, I have some final advice for being successful. It's not about you. Nope. If you make it about you, you are not going to get as far. What you need to do is make it because of you. My advice to the so-called me generation, that my daughter is a part of, who approved this message, you have the great potential to make it the because of me generation. Your ability to give back can change the lives of others exponentially more than the time spent on yourself. People will want to be around those that inspire, support, collaborate, give recognition and credit. Most people are not for the long term attracted to inflated egos and self-serving approaches, unless, of course, if you want to be president. Because of you, someone who was made to feel uncomfortable in the workplace felt supported when they spoke up and said, #MeToo. Because of you, all people, regardless of their age, race, orientation, or gender, felt included and treated as equals. So now, we're back here on May 18th, 2018. I stand in awe of the content of our university's character and great hope for the future. The graduating class of 2018, for what you have already accomplished and the excitement of your lives ahead. Hook 'em horns.
Thank you, Ed, for your inspiring remarks and also for your dedication to McCombs School of Business and our MS programs. I think that calls for another round of applause. It's now time for the Commencement Awards. the Student Executive Committee recently hosted awards banquets where the students celebrated successes at the end of a great year. We would like to acknowledge all of the students that received an award from their fellow students again. As we announce your names, please stand and be recognized. Caitlin Alsop. Caitlin was Student of the Year for MSF. Megan Chin. Megan received the Academic Award for Excellence in the MS in Business Analytics program. Jessica Chung. Jessica was Student of the Year for the MS in Business Analytics program. Emery Ganil. Emery received the award for academic excellence for the MS in Finance program. Emery unfortunately wasn't able to be here today. His father just passed away, so he's back in Israel to be with his family. Please keep him and his family in your prayers. Luke Mishu. Luke received the Future Business Leader Award for the MS in Finance program. Beck Ulp. Beck was Student of the Year for the MS in Marketing program. Bruce Sue. Bruce was the Future Business Leader for the MS in Business Analytics program. Sarah Tafoya. Sarah received the Award for Academic Excellence for the MS in Marketing program. Elmira Yafyasova. Elmira received the Future Business Leader Award for MS in Marketing program. For those of you in the audience that may not know, our one-year master's programs are among the most rigorous on the entire UT campus. Our students are required to balance a course load that is much heavier and much more accelerated than what most graduate students carry, while also working their way through a fast-paced recruitment process to find that elusive job. In this setting, these students that we've just recognized have demonstrated academic excellence, teamwork, leadership, and have had a positive impact on the class. Thank you all for your leadership while here in our programs. We will now present the faculty awards for each program. I will first introduce you to Arjun Adapalli, who will present the award to our MS Business Analytics Outstanding Faculty Member for the 2017-18 academic year as selected by our students. Arjun?
Thank you, Dr. Hahn. Good afternoon, and congratulations to my fellow graduates for making it through this intensive one-year program. I feel very honored to represent the MSBA class of 2018 at today's ceremony. As a former professional singer, transitioning into a quantitative field was not a walk in the park, and would not have been possible without the help of countless people. I wanted to start by sincerely thanking our esteemed faculty for molding us into effective quantitative storytellers, and to the MSBA and Career Services staff for all of their efforts in helping us land our dream jobs. I'd also like to thank all the families here today for their loving support in each of our journeys. And lastly, I'd like to thank you, my classmates and dear friends, for being a part of my master's experience. There's not a single person in this cohort who has not impressed me with their intelligence, determination, and passion for analytics. You all have inspired me to work my hardest and strive for excellence every day, and I feel very fortunate to have studied alongside you all. MSBAs, what a journey it has been. We've come a long way from building our first linear regressions to predict car prices and writing our first print statements on Python. And from today onwards, we embark on our new analytics careers and the next stage of our lives. I'm so excited to see where our respective paths will take us. I wanted to share a few words about my experience this year. Before joining this program, I'd heard a lot about data analytics being the ultimate game changer and revolutionizing so many industries. But it wasn't until taking my classes and learning these tools and concepts that I began to truly appreciate its power. During my capstone project, my team and I had employed these very skills to help a real-world chain of health centers reduce their patient readmissions. And at that point, I realized that what we were doing was more than just fitting a line to a bunch of data points. We were impacting people's lives. We were helping hospitals save millions of dollars. To think that after just a few months of training, we could make such a significant impact is astounding. We're all game changers in the making, with tremendous potential to improve the world we live in. Before I close, it gives me great pleasure to announce the Faculty Award winner for this year. This professor opened our eyes to a new approach to decision making and presented it in a way that was fun and engaging. His cheerful personality and his ability to effectively communicate the concepts in an intuitive manner made every class an enjoyable experience for us. His sincere care for his students' progress really showed in his willingness in class to answer all of our questions, and also in his refusal to let us leave class until we solved all of his questions, even if it meant us staying a few minutes extra. He's an excellent lecturer, a wonderful human being, and he was undoubtedly one of my favorite professors in the program. Unfortunately, this professor could not be with us today as he is traveling internationally, but nonetheless, please join me in congratulating, for the 4th year in a row, Dr. Kumar Muthuraman. Thank you, and hook 'em horns.
Congratulations to Kumar. I'd next like to introduce you to Sarah Tafoya, who you met just a few minutes ago, who will present the award to our MS Marketing Outstanding Faculty Member for the 2017-18 academic year as selected by our students. Sarah?
All right. Well, in the words of Dr. Sonier, good afternoon and welcome to the commencement edition of the Master of Science in Marketing program. MSM class of 2018, we made it, and I'm really proud of us. I know I couldn't have done it without you guys, so my first thanks goes out to each one of you. It also goes out to all of my peers in the Master of Science cohort. Of course, above anything, we wouldn't have been able to do this without the help of our professors, so the next thanks goes to them. I know I've said it before, and I'll repeat myself forever. The professors here are incredible, some of the best I've ever had. I'm humbled and amazed that over the past year, these brilliant, engaging, and very accomplished people have taken the time to teach us. I'm especially grateful that with only 32 of us, we got to know not only each other, but our professors as people. MSM professors, what can I say about them? They taught us, they answered our questions, they tested us, but they've done a lot more. They took those of us who had never seen R code before, and they turned us into savvy programmers. They made slideshows for us filled with pictures of minivans and Taco Bell cantinas, or filled with pictures of cats. They brought us cookies during our exams. They came to our program happy hours. They taught us life lessons from Oprah. And they made us smile, even when it was first thing in the morning or during a 3-hour class in the afternoon. They invited us even into their homes for drinks and what we thought would be the debate of the century, but just turned out to be a really good time. They gave us advice on interviews, our capstone projects, and just life in general, and that support has meant the world to us. I wish all of them were here so we could just show how thankful we are, but it's truly the reason that this program is so special, the people here. So today we honor one of the professors who has gone above and beyond in making a difference in our lives. This professor is passionate, principled, and cares deeply about the students. On the days that the class was visibly stressed, the professor responded with compassion and wisdom, saying the trick to being overwhelmed is to just focus on wanting to learn 3 things. Learn those things, and then you can be proud of yourself because you accomplished exactly what you said you would. This professor, of course, taught the class more than just 3 things, but the lasting lesson learned is this. This professor will always have a place in her heart for her students, and for this reason, this professor will have a special place in the MSM program. So I'm pleased to announce that the Faculty Award winner for the Master of Science in Marketing Program 2018 is Dr. Raji Srinivasan.
Congratulations, Raji. Finally, let me introduce Samantha Anders, or Sam Anders, who will present the award to our MS Finance Outstanding Faculty Member for the 27-2018 academic year as selected by our students. Sam?
Hello, friends, family, and honored guests. It is my privilege to speak on behalf of the MSF class of 2018. 10 months ago, we embarked on this journey together to become Masters of Finance, or if you make six figures, finance. We've been through so much together, recruiting for jobs, summer boot camp, and a fall midterm schedule that still haunts my dreams. But through all of this, we've stuck together, exploring Austin and building friendships to last a lifetime. From Zilker Park to all the amazing barbecue, living here in Austin with y'all has truly been the adventure of a lifetime. I'm glad we are leaving some of these memories behind for future classes in the Living Words of Wisdom document, and I hope we build on these memories as a class in the future as our paths continue to cross. As our time of being with each other 24/7 comes to a close, I would like to take a moment to reflect on one of the professors that has made a huge impact on our time here. Day in and day out, he has provided wisdom, guidance, both in and out of the classroom. He would send us weekly updates as well as interesting articles. This was on top of the extra sessions that he hosted on student-requested topics, such as how to set up your 401k and tips on that. However, my favorite quality is his boundless compassion that he brings to every situation. Early in the fall semester, one of our classmates asked for recruitment advice. We were all feeling discouraged from the constant barrage of rejections, struggling under the MSF workload, and felt like there was no light at the end of the tunnel. He took time from lecture to not only comfort the class in this difficult time, but also boost our confidence. He told us that while it was hard to see it then, this was only the beginning of a long road of success, and we should not define ourselves by the jobs we may or may not immediately be offered, but that through lifelong learning and following our true passions, we will find our own success. With that, it is my pleasure to announce the Master of Science in Finance Class of 2018 Faculty Award goes to Professor Sandy Leeds.
Now's the time we've actually been waiting for, right? We're going to individually recognize the graduates, and we're going to begin with the Texas MSBA graduating class of 2018. Arjun Adapalli. Anurag Agarwal. Matthew Barrett. Anita Bott. Cameron Calloway. Sichi Chen. Dashi Chen. Jessica Chung. Ryan Conklin. Sandra Tsui. Reed Dalton. Saswata Das. Danielle Deal. Gihani Disanayaka. Tomas Fernandez. Nick Flater. Clarissa Franklin. Corey Haynes. Yannick Hurd. Ishita. Alexandra Jansen. Yanbin Kang. Kyle Katzen. McKenna Carnes. Chloe Kwan. Timothy Lai. Joshua Larkey. Brian Lanier. Yushin Lee. Yihong Andy Lee. Gabriela Leo. Monica Loda. Jiyan Liu. Christopher Lunger. Rajat Mohatra. Paige McKenzie. Sharvi Mittal. Christine Mulcahy. Raksha Pai. Ashwan Paramasavan. Ali Prasla. Daniel Quijano. Elena Reynolds. Nicholas Scheifler. Jacob Schmidt. Brett Scroggins. Siddhant Shah. Aishwarya Shrikant. Jinru Su. Mayapan Subaya. Korawat Tamusuk. Jushira Teleka. Shreya Trivedi. Suyi Tu. Siddharthan Valur Gopalakrishnan. Reese Wooten. Jianru Vicky Wu. Ziyi Yang. Yahao Ye. Diksha Yenam. Boying Andrea Yu. Stephen Zheng. And Shirley Zhu. And Bhavna Vijay. All right.
We'll now individually recognize the members of the MS and Finance class graduating for the year of 2018. Aubrey Adams. Rahila Hassan. Brett Alsop. Caitlin Alsop. Sam Anders. Sarah Barnes. Tyler Brake. Jeffrey Bryson. Jacob Clark. Grayson Cook. Reed Cross. Andre Denis. Fabian Hara Doman. Andrew Eads. Brandon Ediger. Grace Fawn. Mason Gaddy. Cheyenne Batamosi. Charlie Giamalva. Samuel Glass. Connor Gross. Stephen Hortenstein. Nicholas Husarenko. Vasesh Kirti. Yeun Emily Kim. Maria Eleni Kukatsikas. Siyu Lee. Christine Lin. Catherine Liu. Zaid Yamas. Hashim Mahmood. Annie Masari. Marvely Ming. Abbas Mishra. Luke Mishu. Ryan Moores. Sean O'Neill. Keelan Paget. Jack Parsons. Anish Patel. Rahul Rangan. Blake Rosenthal. Michael Sanders. Nishta Sharma. Ryan Shirzadi. Feng Sun. Stephen Schwartz. Melissa Tay. Robert Thomas. Harrison Tron. Stephanie Singh. Matthew Ulrich. Haisa Varejo. Neil Verma. Rachel Wang. Harrison West. Vertex Wu. Hoshin Zhang. And in absentia, Emery Ganil.
We will now individually recognize the members of the Texas MS Marketing graduating class of 2018. Rebecca Baptista. Brooks Barradin. Katie Browning. Lilio Camere. Parlita Chayamid. Marissa Krenweld. Marisol Echevarria. Nathaniel Frank. Jennifer Granger. Haley Greenberg. Ashley Guzman. Thomas Hare. Chris Ibarra. Devin Lee. Cherie Mason. Mariah McFadden. Chandler Mills. Rebecca Ulp. Megan Ribovich. Samantha Rodriguez. Rebecca Salazar. Alexander Stransky. Sarah Tafoya. Melba Tellez. Sarah Vasquez. Catherine Vyosevich. Nathaniel Wallace. Alexander Ward. Elmira Yafyosova. Rujin Zhu.
I don't really think it's possible to have too many rounds of applause on graduation day, so let's have one more for our students. So this concludes the formal commencement ceremony for the Texas MS Programs class of 2018, but I do have some instructions in the true professorial style for everybody, so listen up. Faculty and graduates, we will recess out to the lawn at the conclusion of the Singing of the Eyes of Texas, where we will take a group photo, first and foremost. We ask parents and friends that you let us take that photo before finding your grads. There'll be plenty of time for photos after that. Once we're done, you can meet your grads out on the lawn. You are all invited after the picture taking to join the graduates, faculty, and administration at the reception in the stadium to continue our celebration right across the street. Now it's a tradition that we join our new graduates in singing the Eyes of Texas. After the song, please remain standing during the faculty procession. Please rise.